Hey Raiders fans, we're back with an exclusive video and the latest updates on our beloved Las Vegas Raiders. Before we dive in, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit that like button. That way, you'll always stay up to date with breaking news and exclusive content. The NFL world is buzzing right now with one of the most unexpected moves of the offseason. AMON-RA St. Brown, the young and explosive wide receiver who had become the heart and soul of the Detroit Lions passing attack, has officially agreed to terms with the Las Vegas Raiders. The news hit social media like a lightning bolt, with fans everywhere speculating what this means for the Raiders' offensive strategy and their quarterback, who now suddenly finds himself with one of the most reliable targets in the league. Sources close to the team suggest that this deal was in the works for weeks, with subtle hints dropped during interviews and behind-the-scenes discussions that the Raiders' front office was looking for a true difference-maker to elevate their aerial attack. The move has already started conversations among analysts, who are breaking down how St. Brown's route running, hands, and ability to create separation will transform the Raiders' game plan, potentially turning a team that has often been inconsistent in the passing game into a legitimate threat every Sunday. Expectations are sky high, and the hype around this signing has reached levels not seen for a receiver in this franchise in years. Adding AMON-RA St. Brown to the Raiders is not just about filling a position. It's a statement about the direction of the team and their ambitions. The rumors floating around suggest that the Raiders see him as a cornerstone of their offense, someone who can carry the load and open up opportunities for other receivers and tight ends. Analysts are already theorizing how the chemistry between him and the quarterback might develop in training camp, noting that St. Brown has a unique ability to read defenses, adjust his routes on the fly, and consistently make catches in tight coverage. There's a palpable sense of excitement among the Raiders fan base as they envision explosive plays, highlight reels, and clutch receptions that could redefine what the team's passing game looks like. Inside sources hint that the contract structure is designed to incentivize performance, which signals that the front office is expecting him to be a difference maker immediately, not just a long-term project. Beyond the field, his presence is also expected to energize the locker room, providing a young leader who has already demonstrated poise and professionalism despite early career pressures. Everyone involved seems to believe this could be a transformative signing in multiple dimensions for Las Vegas. While fans are ecstatic, league insiders are pointing out that this signing could dramatically shift the balance of power in the AFC West. With St. Brown now on the roster, questions arise about how rival defenses will adjust. The chatter among coaches is that opponents will need to rethink coverage schemes, double teams, and safety rotations, because St. Brown is not just fast. He's incredibly intelligent with the football, capable of finding seams and exploiting mismatches week after week. The Raiders now have the kind of weapon that can change the dynamics of a game in an instant, forcing defensive coordinators to make tough choices that could open up opportunities for the running game, tight ends, and other receivers. Rumors in the media room suggest that some scouts are already comparing him to elite receivers who changed their team's fortunes after a single off-season arrival, which only fuels the hype. Social media is flooded with highlight compilations from his time in Detroit, all while fans debate the potential statistical explosion that could result. The conversation has moved from what if to what now, and the intrigue is at an all-time high, creating a storm of speculation that feels almost cinematic in scale. The financial details of the deal, while partially obscured, have added to the frenzy surrounding this move. Insider whispers indicate that the Raiders were willing to break from their usual contract philosophy to secure St. Brown, reflecting the belief that he could be the missing piece in a puzzle that has eluded the franchise for years. Rumors suggest that his performance incentives are aggressive, designed to push him toward elite production and reward him for elevating the team in key moments. Observers are already projecting how these incentives might translate into week-to-week performance and end-of-season stats, fueling debates across podcasts, Twitter threads, and sports shows nationwide. This level of attention is rare for a receiver outside the absolute top tier of the league, highlighting just how impactful the perception of St. Brown has become. Analysts are dissecting every aspect of his game, from his contested catchability to his yards after catch potential, predicting that he could single-handedly shift the Raiders into playoff contention. The buzz is palpable, and it seems like every angle of the move is being scrutinized, discussed, and speculated upon, which only intensifies the excitement around this seemingly blockbuster signing. From a strategic standpoint, adding AMON-RA St. Brown gives the Raiders a vertical and intermediate threat capable of stretching defenses in ways they have not experienced recently. Rumors indicate that the coaching staff is already planning a series of creative plays to maximize his talents, leveraging his route-running precision, agility, and high football IQ to create mismatches at every level of the field. Analysts are speculating that his presence could lead to dramatic shifts in offensive philosophy, perhaps introducing more spread concepts, quick-read passes, and high-percentage throws to open up explosive opportunities. The locker room chatter hints that teammates are excited about the possibilities, imagining scenarios where defenses are forced into impossible decisions, ultimately creating easier opportunities for others. While all this remains speculative until preseason snaps begin, the intrigue surrounding the tactical implications is intense, suggesting that the Raiders could be entering a new era of offensive innovation. Fans are already envisioning highlight reels, game-winning drives, and the kind of electric energy that can only come from a player of St. Brown's caliber entering a new environment with everything to prove and the tools to dominate. Finally, the cultural and media impact of this move cannot be understated. AMON-RA St. Brown is not only a star on the field. He has become a personality that draws attention, inspires young athletes, and brings a new level of excitement to the franchise's image. Rumors suggest that marketing teams are already planning campaigns featuring him prominently, anticipating that his charisma, work ethic, and compelling backstory will resonate with fans across multiple platforms. The narrative is ripe for storytelling, highlighting a young player's journey from being an emerging star in Detroit to becoming a potential franchise cornerstone in Las Vegas. Social media speculation, fan reactions, and analyst commentary are blending into a continuous buzz, making this signing feel larger than just a roster move. It's a full-blown phenomenon. The coming weeks will reveal how the integration unfolds, but the anticipation is electric, and the chatter around the league suggests that every snap St. Brown takes for the Raiders will be watched, analyzed, and debated, ensuring his impact is felt well beyond the field. The excitement around AMON-RA St. Brown's arrival in Las Vegas has only intensified as insiders speculate about the ripple effects on the Raiders' offense. While some fans were cautiously optimistic initially, the latest whispers suggest that this signing could completely redefine the team's aerial attack. Analysts are pointing out that St. Brown's ability to create separation in short, intermediate, and deep routes provides a versatility that the Raiders have lacked for years, forcing defensive coordinators to rethink their approach entirely. Rumors indicate that practices have already started to feature new play designs specifically tailored to exploit his unique skill set, hinting at a strategic overhaul behind the scenes. Social media chatter is buzzing with projections of explosive games where he becomes the focal point of the passing scheme, drawing double coverage and opening opportunities for tight ends and running backs. League insiders are already debating how defenses might respond, suggesting that the mere presence of St. Brown could alter coverage plans and risk-reward calculations across the AFC. The rumor mill suggests that this is not just a roster upgrade. It's a calculated gamble that could redefine the Raiders' identity as a team capable of high-octane, precision passing on a weekly basis. Sources close to the Raiders' front office have been dropping hints that the team sees AMON-RA St. Brown as the missing link to elevate their quarterback's play to an elite level. The whispers imply that in addition to his hands and route-running prowess, St. Brown's presence brings a calming, stabilizing influence to the offense, giving the quarterback a reliable outlet on crucial downs. Analysts are speculating that this dynamic could lead to a dramatic increase in completions, yards after catch, and red zone efficiency, all while forcing defenses to make difficult decisions under pressure. Rumors suggest that the Raiders' offensive coordinator has been studying St. Brown's film intensively, identifying tendencies that could be exploited to create mismatches and maximize explosive potential. Fans are already theorizing about highlight reel scenarios in which St. Brown stretches the field, draws attention from safeties, and allows other receivers to thrive in the shadow of his dominance. The buzz indicates that everyone involved believes this is more than just a signing. It's a potential game-changer that could redefine how the Raiders attack every Sunday, turning them into a team that is feared for its speed, precision, and ability to strike anywhere on the field. Speculation is also swirling about how St. Brown's arrival will influence the Raiders' overall draft and roster strategy moving forward. Insiders suggest that the front office is considering adjustments to free up more weapons around him, potentially targeting complementary receivers, tight ends, and versatile running backs to ensure defenses cannot simply focus on one player. Analysts are theorizing that this could mark the start of a new era for Las Vegas, where the offensive philosophy prioritizes spreading the field and exploiting mismatches at every level. Social media forums are flooded with breakdowns of potential formations, route combinations, and hypothetical game plans, all highlighting the excitement generated by this move. Rumors suggest that St. Brown's ability to adapt to different schemes and maintain high efficiency under pressure will allow the coaching staff to experiment creatively, introducing unconventional concepts that could leave opponents guessing. Every insider conversation, podcast, and rumor cycle reinforces the idea that this is a transformative moment for the Raiders, one that could redefine the trajectory of their offense and create a lasting impact for years to come. Before we continue, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and give this video a like. Your support helps us keep bringing you the latest updates on our Las Vegas Raiders. And don't be shy. Drop your thoughts on the news in the comments below. From a defensive standpoint, league insiders are already predicting major headaches for teams facing the Raiders next season. St. Brown's arrival has sparked a wave of speculation about how opponents will allocate coverage, with rumors suggesting that safeties may be forced to cheat toward him. Linebackers could be drawn out of position, and defensive coordinators will need to implement complex schemes to try and contain him. Analysts are projecting that this redistribution of defensive attention will open opportunities for other offensive weapons, ultimately increasing the Raiders' overall efficiency and explosiveness. Fans are theorizing that games could frequently hinge on the ability to neutralize St. Brown, creating the kind of matchup dilemmas that elite receivers thrive on. Insider chatter also hints that the coaching staff is planning to leverage his versatility in creative ways, lining him up in multiple positions, motioning him pre-snap, and using him as a decoy to open up the field for other playmakers. The rumor mill suggests that this approach could completely change the dynamic of the Raiders' offense, creating a level of unpredictability that keeps opponents constantly on edge, while generating excitement among fans who envision highlight-filled, adrenaline-charged performances. Off the field, the buzz surrounding AMON-RA St. Brown has become almost as intense as the speculation about his on-field impact. Rumors indicate that the Raiders' marketing team is already strategizing campaigns to capitalize on his popularity, creating a media narrative that combines his on-field explosiveness with a compelling personal story. Analysts are pointing out that his charisma, work ethic, and professionalism could make him a central figure in promoting the Raiders brand, helping to energize the fan base and attract new audiences. Social media is alive with discussions about his potential influence, from merchandise sales to fan engagement, suggesting that his presence could extend beyond football and into cultural relevance for the franchise. Rumors also hint at collaborations with other players, community initiatives, and appearances that would make him one of the most visible and influential figures in the league. Fans are reacting with a mix of excitement and anticipation, imagining not just the spectacular catches and game-changing plays, but also the broader narrative of a young star reshaping a team both on and off the field, making this one of the most talked-about acquisitions in recent NFL history. Ultimately, the arrival of AMON-RA St. Brown in Las Vegas has created a perfect storm of speculation, excitement, and high expectations. Rumors continue to circulate about the tactical, strategic, and cultural impact he could have, with analysts, fans, and insiders all weighing in on what his presence means for the Raiders' future. There is a palpable sense that this signing is more than a roster move. It is a statement about ambition, vision, and the desire to redefine what the team can achieve on a weekly basis. Social media conversations are filled with projections of explosive games, dynamic offensive schemes, and highlight reel moments, all fueled by the belief that St. Brown could be the catalyst for a new era of success. Behind the scenes, whispers indicate that the team is preparing meticulously to integrate him, from training routines to playbook adjustments, ensuring he becomes the central figure in an offense poised for transformation. As the countdown to the season continues, the speculation and excitement show no signs of slowing, promising that every snap, every catch, and every touchdown involving St. Brown will be analyzed, dissected, and celebrated, cementing his place as one of the most consequential additions in recent Raiders history. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay updated with exclusive news about our Las Vegas Raiders, be sure to subscribe to our channel and hit that like button. We can't wait to hear your thoughts in the comments. See you in the next video.